live. Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another match reaction, the first match reaction of the new season. Apologies, I did not make a match reaction for the game against Valencia. I had some stuff to do after, but I am back with the match reaction, and I'm here to talk to you guys and bring you good news because Barcelona, they have beaten Athletic Club at home in the Estadio Montjuic 2-1. You had goals from Lamine Yamal, an absolute fantastic strike, and then you had Lewandowski as well scoring a brilliant goal. What's up, Adam? Welcome to the stream. Sampana, welcome, guys. And guys, if you guys want to join, if you guys also want to discuss, feel free. I do post a link on X, so if you guys want to join and also talk about the game, feel free. And just click on the streamer link. That way you guys will be able to join. Also, talk about the match. But guys, as I said in the intro of the video, Barcelona, they beat Athletic 2-1, and this is how Barcelona lined up. And you had Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal. You had Alejandro Balde, Inigo Martinez, Pau Cubarsi, and Jules Koundé in that back line. As I said in the watch long, I was actually surprised to see Pedri start in the base of the midfield. I originally thought that it would be actually Ferran Torres who drop out of the starting lineup and Marc Bernal, continue in the lineup, but Hansi Flick decided to opt to rest Marc Bernal, and instead he opted for Pedri in that base of the midfield instead. And Pedri, he had an absolute masterclass. I'm going to be talking about each and individual player because there's a lot to talk about, guys. Marc Bernal partnered Pedri, who also had a fantastic game, and up top you had Ferran Torres, Raphinha, Lamine Yamal, and up top you had Lewandowski, our striker. Now that was the starting lineup in which Barcelona, they did start. Obviously, in the side of Athletic Club, Nico Williams, Iñaki Williams. You also had Berenguer. Athletic Club, they wanted to be, fast and tried to hit Barcelona on the counter. But overall, Athletic Club, they didn't really create much. And, Barcelona, they dominated the game through large periods of time. I know Athletic Club, they did score, but it was mostly an error from Pau Cubarsi. It was a mistake from him rather than, brilliant from Athletic Club. And funny enough, Lamine Yamal, he talks about that. And he says towards the end of the match, he says, we were much better than Athletic. They scored a penalty, but they did not create a single clear chance. And that's true. Athletic Club, even though they at times, put Barcelona under pressure, they didn't really create any clear-cut chances. And Barcelona were vastly the superior team. Why is Lewa the most highest rated? I thought Lamine was the max. Yeah, but this is just like FootMob. This is FootMob saying like, hey, Lewandowski is, the player that was rated the most highly, but, La Liga and, all, the media, they've deemed Lamine Yamal as the man of the match. And, I don't disagree with that. I think Lamine Yamal had also played a really good game, but I thought Pedri was by far the best player on the pitch. But let's talk about the first goal in which Barcelona, they did score, guys. And as you guys can see right now, it's from outside of the box. Lamine Yamal in front of Nico Williams right here. He takes a shot. You always know that Lamine Yamal is going to try to cut in and try to get that shot off. But he does take that shot. There is a deflection actually from Leque. You don't see it right here, but it's the number 15 right here. And it's basically an own goal. But because Lamine Yamal, his shot was on target, it counted as Lamine Yamal goal. Honestly, Lamine Yamal, fantastic performance. He was doing absolutely fantastic in that first half. There were multiple chances, where the Athletic Club defenders, they were saying, hey, I need help. And in one of the cooling breaks, actually, Yarai, if you hear it in the stream, he's asking for his defenders, he's asking for help from the midfield because he was just getting absolutely overrun by Lamine Yamal, guys. But guys, let's talk about each individual player, and I think we have to talk about Raphinha, guys, because Raphinha, he was absolutely amazing this game. He was absolutely amazing this game. When you're looking at some of the stats from Raphinha, being involved actually in Barcelona's second goal, in that pass for Pedri, he was absolutely phenomenal. And he's a player that's actually growing on me. Looking at how Raphinha has been developing and looking at some of the hate from last season, Raphinha, he's been growing as a fan favorite. And under Hansi Flick, guys, he's going to have a hugely important role. And guys, as I said, in the beginning of the video, if you guys do want to join and you guys want to give your thoughts about the match, feel free. Just go on X on my Twitter handle, CulePodcast, and you guys will be able to join. But another player who we also have to talk about, guys, is in regards to Jules Koundé, because Jules Koundé tonight, he had the job of basically locking down Nico Williams, and he did absolutely perfect. He wasn't beaten once by Nico Williams. Looking at the stats right now, he was not dribbled past, not even once, and he also had the most tackles throughout the match. Lamine was crazy, bro. Was taking on Lamine Yamal was taking on every single player. Raphinha was great. Raphinha was one of the players who was really, really good in that match. And another player, guys, that we do have to talk about is Ferran Torres, because Ferran Torres, although he didn't have a very good game against Valencia, he did play well against Athletic Club. And when you're looking at some of the runs that he was making in the first half, he was getting in some very dangerous areas. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to get the goal. And he did come off in the second half for Fermin Lopez, who did have an impact in the game. But guys, I think the best player on the pitch by far, I think it was Pedri. Pedri was by far the best player on the pitch. When you're just looking at how he plays, guys, he was just absolutely phenomenal. There were so many instances where you're saying, hey, Pedri, he has nowhere to turn. He has nowhere to actually get out from under pressure, but he somehow, takes a touch and it just completely opens up the space. He has those like Iniesta-esque movements, and it's so good to see Pedri back out onto the pitch. And something that I didn't like, from the game overall was Pedri being so deep in the field. Like, he wasn't as advanced as I would like him to be. And that's just because I would much rather prefer Pedri being in an advanced role. That way he doesn't have to cover ground. But Pedri in that, base of that midfield, he did do a good job. And it's going to be up to Hansi Flick, when we see, Frankie de Jong, when we see Gavi back. Are we going to see Pedri in that role continuously, or are we going to see him, for example, in that number 10? But it's most likely that Dani Olmo will be the starter in that number 10 position, and then it's going to just be a rotation of players. I didn't even watch. Pedri in the holding role is great. Let Olmo and Fermin play the advanced role. Pedri is more free and calm in the holding position. Okay. Everyone enjoyed the live stream on StreamYard. Feel free, guys. If you guys do want to join, feel free. But let me just move this right now. But I would say, some of the negatives from tonight's match, I would say maybe Pau Cubarsi. Pau Cubarsi did not have the best of games. After all, he did, concede that penalty. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to butcher the kid. He's 17 years old. It's completely understandable. He makes these mistakes time and time again. And Pau Cubarsi, overall, when you look at the match, he didn't do too bad. I understand that he was one of the most... one of the players that underperformed, but still, he has time to grow and everything. He has time to develop his game and everything like that. And I'm not going to butcher him, because I'm already looking at social media, guys, and I'm seeing how people are already treating Pau Cubarsi. I'm just saying, like, guys, he's 17. Let's not actually just butcher the kid for one mistake and everything like that. But, overall, the Barcelona performance, it was really, really good. But now, guys, let's see what social media is saying. Let's see what social media is saying. And let's look at some of the reaction. Pedri is better in the advanced role. He gets more creative then. Okay, solid. If Balde doesn't slip, Pau Cubarsi doesn't make that tackle, he'll learn, he'll be fine. 100%. And I showed a little bit of frustration there, because Balde, if he doesn't slip, then Pau Cubarsi doesn't need to make that tackle, and then he isn't as exposed. But, I'm not going to be butchering the kid or anything like that. And right now, guys, you're just seeing on social media right here, just praising the players. And right here, that 55 million for Jules Koundé was an absolute bargain, man. Came in as the best center back in La Liga, got forced to adapt to playing at right back, and still ended up becoming the best right back in the league. That's just what world-class ballers do. Okay, that's solid. No one was successful in dribbling past Jules Koundé today. Patron. Man, bro, that aura from Jules Koundé today, that's absolutely phenomenal. What's up, NJ? What's up? Oh, right here. What's up, NJ? Welcome to the stream, man. What's good? Thoughts on the match, NJ? Thoughts on the match?
First half, it was 50-50. Because, it was good. The second, it was like chances that was that missed.
Okay.
Second half, he got better a little bit. It, it was more improved in second half. But yeah, Pedri on the holding role is perfect, man. He has
Pedri,
more.
okay, okay.
He has more
Yeah,
freedom on it.
I mean that's solid. I personally would rather see Pedri in the advance role, and just because like I'd feel him being higher up the pitch, he doesn't have to do that much defending.
Yeah, but
But
at the same time, if Pedri's in that advanced role, he's gonna get more tackled more because he's in the advanced role, and he's gonna be prone more in injury more.
okay, you're right. You're right. What did you make of Marc Bernal? Because I
Uh,
thought that Marc Bernal was absolutely phenomenal today as well.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets called up in the second international game call
Wow.
up.
So you're saying already at 17 he's going to be called to the international
Yeah, not
national
this
team.
one, not this upcoming one in the second batch,
Okay, so like in like October, November, like in
October
that
or
area.
December, January that time.
Uh-huh. Okay, I
Not
get
right
that.
now,
I get that.
because it's only 2 games, right? So he has still have to show more. But
Okay, okay. I mean, that's
I
solid.
wouldn't be surprised if Bernal take over like a Merino or a Fabian Ruiz spot in the next.
And what's crazy is that Hansi Flick he trusted Marc Bernal in that role as like the lone pivot,
Yeah,
um
I mean they won't
and that
really
was
play a long
surprising.
pivot though, because Pedri was there to help as
No,
well.
yeah,
So
yeah, but Pedri was there to help him. But like Pedri, at times he was advanced. Like he did have the freedom to
oh
go
yeah, yeah.
up and down, and it was like Marc Bernal at the base of the
I mean
midfield
Bernal's been
building
that
up from
good
the back.
since during his academy days, anyways.
Yeah.
Everybody who was watching the academy games know
Mm-hmm.
how good he was, because he has his very composed. But although he made some mistakes, but that's normal for a 17-year-old. Come on, like
Yeah, no, it
come
was
on.
absolutely phenomenal. And then towards the end of the match, he actually came off with a standing ovation. I was like saying,
Oh
"Oh
yeah,
my
because
god, yeah, that,
that's
that
how
was
Barca
absolutely
is, right? If you play
fantastic."
good, if you
Uh
play
huh.
great,
Mm-hmm.
you've got the respect that you deserve.
Uh huh.
If you play shit, they'll boo you. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Also, what did you guys make of the booze that Nico Williams was receiving, like every single time?
Okay, so that one's kind of dumb, because Nico doesn't owe us anything. Because it makes sense if he didn't want to sign. Because again, we're having a hard time, putting Olmo in the team. So he wanted to make sure that when he gets signed, he's gonna play. But right now, it's showing that we can't even register Olmo.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not absolutely angry that Nico Williams didn't sign for Barcelona, knowing that he didn't sign because he didn't receive that guarantees. But what's up, Sampana? Welcome to the stream. Thoughts on Barcelona's 2-1 victory over Athletic Club? Um, who do you think was the best player?
Uh,
What takeaways do you take from this match?
okay, so I think Pedri was the best player in the pitch. Okay,
Yes.
um,
By
he
far, I
deserved the man
think.
of the match. I think he should have played the more advanced role, but I don't think he should have played like the deep role personally.
Okay.
He had to do a lot of defending, it seemed, and it seems like he was really tired by like the 60th minute. Um,
Okay, solid.
um,
I
I
mean,
think
that's
He
actually a
created.
debate that we're going to be having, often because, NJ says that, hey, this is the perfect role for him. Sapana, you and I are saying that, hey, maybe a more advanced role for Pedri suits him. And that's going to be interesting, because I think that Pedri is going to be doing both. I think he's going to be at times in a more advanced role. Let's say if Danny almost injured or Firmino
Yeah.
suspended.
also
It
we
depends on
created
the
like
game as
a
well.
lot of chances,
Yeah.
and I think that like we should have just subbed Lewa off by like halftime. I mean,
Hmm.
he was just not on his game today.
But hey,
Yeah.
he
They
did get the
scored.
goal. He did get
Yeah.
the goal.
That
We're very
that,
nice.
that one shot that they did, that the goalie saved. That was a sick save by the goalie from
Oh
Bilbao.
my God.
That
Well,
was
like,
such a
That was
sick save on the
crazy.
ball.
that save from Padilla, it was
Uh,
just like Lewandowski had basically the entire goal to aim, and
yeah,
it's a brilliant save from the goalkeeper. But if you're being
that was
honest,
sick.
if he gets it in any corner, it's a goal. It's a
Yeah,
goal.
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
But
Hmm.
yeah,
Lewandowski hit, bro. It should have been 4-1, something like that.
yeah.
It should have been something crazy.
What about Ferran Torres?
Torres. Hey! The shark turned up today. The shark turned up
Yeah,
today.
not gonna lie.
He actually did
But
like some good dribbling and like good
yeah,
like defensive work today.
there was like
Hmm.
one time when he was running, he was offside. I'm like, yeah, he's too fast. He doesn't know how to read the game sometimes. That's the only problem
Yeah,
with
I
him.
think we should still sell him. I mean,
Yeah, for
he's
sure.
like He's not
Yeah,
good enough. He showed time
yeah,
and time again that he's not good
yeah.
enough.
Like you see, I gave him 2 years to see if he can fulfill that role of being like a backup impact player, but nah, he doesn't show it anymore. He's done.
No, I mean we were
Well,
thinking that he'd be like that Dani Olmo player.
Yeah, but Daniel was more technical though. More.
Yeah, true, but
yeah, you're right. Um, but guys, what do you guys make of Hansi Flick for example, his lineup and the performance from the team? Because I'm looking at some of the quotes from like the players after and everything, and you're already seeing some differences from Hansi Flick rather than
Yeah.
Xavi.
From
Hansi Flick
from
trying to
minute.
play more vertical, trying to
Yeah.
exploit the spaces in behind and
Mm-hmm.
everything, and that with that high line, and
Yeah.
even Iniesta
From
Valverde.
minute 1 to 90,
Yeah.
Gen pressing nonstop.
Yeah,
Perfect.
this is
mm,
what Néstor
Perfect.
Valverde said. He said, in
yeah,
the end, the Barca style is always noticeable, but you can see key differences between managers. Today, you
Yeah.
can see that Flick was practically playing with two strikers and Raphinha as a midfielder, something that's
Yeah.
different from Xavi. He also says, you can tell that Flick wants to play in behind the space permanently. It's all in details. Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
solid,
Yeah.
solid, solid. And in these first two games, in the game against Valencia, in the game against Athletic Club, what have you guys noticed something that you guys really like? For example, like do you guys like that Hansi Flick is
um,
playing in that double pivot? Do you guys think that maybe Hansi Flick needs to make some changes looking ahead towards the season? Or what do you guys are making?
I really like how like after like four passes we can get into like very like into the
Yeah.
other team's like deep areas.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that he needs to bring the subs on a little more quickly because today our subs were just they
Yeah.
came on too late.
I think
Um,
Wait, but
and
Sampaio, do you
last,
also think it's because, for example, like Hansi Flick doesn't have that many options? Because like we do have a lot of players injured. Keep in mind.
I mean,
yeah, for
yeah,
now, yeah.
we do have like the academy players though
Yeah.
who can like just run around because it seemed like these academy players give more to the team than to like the senior players.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Because that's the difference now compared to back then in number C. Because back then they couldn't get the chances there because and yes to Xavi now it's
No.
like an open field for them
Yeah.
to like show like they can be like a starter or like a backup player for Barca.
Precisely. Precisely.
That's
Yeah.
why they're more hungrier now.
You saw Pau Victor come on. You saw Javier Martin, and you saw Eric Garcia. Guys, Eric Garcia in that slash base of the midfield slash pivot role. I'm actually surprised to see him play there.
I actually like him there. I mean,
Yeah.
You do?
Like Eric Garcia is a really good player. It's just that the problem with him, he doesn't have the speed.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
he
the only
doesn't.
problem he has in the height. That's the only problem he has.
Yeah, I don't think he
But
should play like
everything, the
center back.
IQ, passing, everything, he has everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he doesn't really lose possession either whenever he has the
Yeah,
ball. Like you can trust him on the ball.
hmm
I think he should just be a right back or pivot because like his
yeah,
passing is pretty good too. He's on the ball. He's like really good.
hmm
Okay.
And if we have like players like Kunde and like Cubarsi at like the back, I think we
yeah.
can keep the defense secured. And that's just my thoughts on him.
Uh,
No, no, on point though. You're on point in that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree. I think Eric Garcia, because there are rumors of a potential return to Girona, for example, and
no. Keep him. We're not
yeah,
letting him.
for
No,
example,
no, no, no.
just at this point, I don't know if Barcelona are selling too many players because the season is long and we are gonna need options. For example, if you looked at Barcelona's bench tonight, let me just show you. For example, we brought on Fermin Lopez, but other
Yeah,
than that, you see all of these guys are youngsters. None of these guys are really first team players. For example,
yeah.
and let's
Hmm.
say a Lewandowski gets injured, a Pedri gets injured, then you're gonna have to rely on La Masia heavily. And no,
I mean, Danny almost can play the false nine, or Fermin can play the false nine.
you're true, but for example, let's say like one of them is suspended or
It makes
injured.
sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. We
Hmm.
need options in the team, and just anything, and especially with the exit of Gundogan, then we are gonna need to shore up that midfield and the depth, honestly, because as I said, the season is long.
Yeah, all of our like midfielders are basically injured. Frankie De
Hmm.
Jong is basically injury prone now. Pedri's already injury prone.
Yeah,
Gavi, we don't know what's gonna happen with him when he comes back.
yeah, you're right.
And we were thinking those three were gonna be like our trio, but no.
No.
Oh,
No, it's gonna be Gavi, Olmo, and someone else. Gonna be.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, between like Marc Bernal or Casado. But guys, now just to round off the video, just final thoughts on the game, just final thoughts on any players who you really liked, or anything that you really liked, or anything like that. Just to round off the video.
Uh, everybody played their role
Everyone played
today.
their role. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, solid.
Mhm.
Uh,
some of them
Sampana.
played above decently. Some of them.
Okay, okay, solid. Sampana.
I think I agree with NJ. Like all of them played their role. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
and
just
one
my
thing,
thought.
they just have to finish their shots. That's the only thing. Like Lewandowski has to like just
Yeah,
finish it all now.
yeah.
Like he's there now. Like the I can see like the Lewandowski Bayern. It's there now, but he just have to finish it all.
I agree. That finishing does need to improve, but
Huevo.
overall, guys, I think it was an absolute dominant performance from Barcelona. If
Yeah,
Lewandowski is a little bit more clinical, then it's not a 2-1, it's a 4-1, 3-1, something like that, and it's a more comfortable
yeah.
scoreline. And as Lamine Yamal said in the post game, other than that penalty, I think Club didn't really threaten Barcelona that much. And
Oh yeah,
when
that part though.
Nico
yeah.
Williams got owned by Kunde.
He did. He
I
did.
mean,
Kunde absolutely locked him down on that side.
Yeah,
I think it was like the only time Nico Williams actually was able to do something was actually against cubarsi.
yeah,
In like the like one or two instances
yeah,
where
yeah.
he
He
was
needs
yeah,
to
able
play
to
right
Cubarsi
back
just needs
moving
more
forward.
experience.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
Kunde
mean
has
that's
to play right back moving forward. He cannot play center back anymore
yeah.
unless if it's
I
an
think he'd be good
emergency,
at center back.
No, I mean
emergency.
Kunde is gonna be solid. Just the thing is like Kunde is like world class at that in that right back spot. Like
Yeah,
if you have one of the most dangerous wingers in that left wing attacking you and you've absolutely locked him down. And this isn't the first time he actually locked him down in the Euros as well. In the game
yeah.
between Spain and France. Then I'm saying like Kunde he
hmm
has to stay there, bro. He's just
I mean,
too
I
he's
think he should
too
play
good.
like right back in like big games.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
At,
because
like
I feel like
last season at
because I
center
feel like
back, he
Kunde is
was
more.
insane before his injury.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like Kunde
Absolutely.
is more free though when he plays right back. He's more like engaged
I
more.
agree.
hmm
I agree.
Yeah, because he
Um,
can make like those passes into like the final third,
Yeah,
which really
Yeah.
works.
And he also, gave some very good passes to Ferran, to Raphinha,
yeah,
and everything like that. It was really good from Kunde today.
yeah.
Uh,
Like, everything was on point. We just have
I
to
agree.
Oh yeah, one more
we
thought.
just to be more accurate. Yeah,
What's up, Savano?
Without Araujo, it looks like this defense isn't like as like well captained. Looking at it, because like there's not as much intensity. It seems.
yeah.
You
Like
know what?
Inigo's
That's
okay,
actually a good
but
point. Yeah.
he's old now too.
Inigo,
So
yeah, Inigo was solid today, but the thing is,
He's not
Inigo
fast
isn't the
enough.
fastest. Yeah, he's not fast enough or anything like that. And he
yeah,
does have a mistake or two in him. And Pau
yeah.
Cubarsi, even though he's been great, he is 17. And you saw, for example, in that instance where Barcelona do concede that penalty, you
Yeah,
saw that inexperience. For example, you
yeah.
saw
hmm
Pau Cubarsi, for example, making a rash tackle when you really shouldn't.
Who do
But
we have in center back? What, Eric Garcia? That's the backup for
see, you
now?
can, but Eric Garcia is basically the same thing as Inigo Martinez. He has a mistake in him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Christensen
hmm
injured, Ronald Araujo injured, so that
But
leaves
then who are
Barcelona's
we
depth
facing
in that
next
area a
though?
little bit
We
low.
need Araujo more.
Who are we
Like,
facing next though?
We're facing Rayo Vallecano on Tuesday. On
oh,
Tuesday.
they're gonna
Wait,
park the bus.
wait, Tuesday right
Yeah,
away?
yeah, yeah.
Tuesday?
On
What
tu-
the
on
fuck?
Tuesday, we're gonna be playing against Rayo Vallecano away. We're gonna be going away.
Okay, that
Um,
one. I feel like Eric Garcia would be a perfect to be play center back in like kind of games. But
in that game, I
Yeah,
agree. You need ball
yeah,
playing center
I
backs
agree.
and like players
yeah,
good on the ball to like break them down and everything.
because
Um,
what do you call this? He cannot play against like a Madrid or Athletic
no,
Madrid.
no,
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 he
no.
can't.
Like,
He
he
can't.
would
No,
never
he can't
play
play
Eric
against
Garcia.
the
No,
Yeah,
he
top
can't.
six in the table
yeah, yeah.
at
Cannot.
center back. He'll make a mistake.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
will. He's just gonna be exposed.
Because Eric Garcia and Kubarsi are so similar.
You're right. Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
exactly.
Cubarsi's
Like
like better at
like
defending.
like what I mean like before Kubarsi existed, Eric Garcia was called Kubarsi, but with a little mistake. I mean more mistakes in him.
Yeah,
You're
Before
yeah.
right about
Kubarsi
that.
exploded.
You're
We
right
were
about
thinking
that.
we were getting the Cubarsi before Cubarsi from Man
Yeah,
City.
exactly.
That's possible. That's funny.
Basically.
But all right, guys, I'm gonna call it there for the match reaction. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy. Later tonight, I am going to release a video talking about Roque because Roque was announced to be heading to Real Betis and also talking about some more
I
Barcelona
swear,
news.
but
All
What
I
right.
happened,
swear
NJ?
that club, Real Madrid, they're basically like a backup Barcelona because every player that plays
Like
for
a
them is from
B-Tech?
Barcelona.
Chad and now Vitor Roque.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
they have
Everything
like
like
Christian
that.
Tello, Martin Montoya, Juan
Yeah, yeah,
Barca,
you're right.
Yeah,
everybody's there
so
from
many
Barcelona.
players.
All right. But guys, I will be posting this on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So if you guys want to listen over there, feel free. Sampana and Jay, thank you guys for tuning in.
No
you.
problem.
As always, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. See you guys all in the next video.
All right, peace
Peace
out.
out, boys.